Okay, you guys, so it sounds like Diddy might be absolutely crazy after all, because it says here that Sean Diddy Combs is trying to obstruct justice from jail, according to the prosecutors. And then they go into this rather astonishing story of how Diddy is like literally calling people from jail on other jailmates' phones and, hooking up a three-way call with these people, and like it's not possible that he's doing this, right? It's like not possible. It says here, Sean Diddy Combs has tried to reach out to prospective witnesses and influence public opinion from jail in a bid to affect potential jurors for his upcoming sex trafficking trial. This is from dcnewsnow.com. um It says here, prosecutors claimed in a court filing urging a judge to reject his latest bail request. If this is true, he probably just blew bail. He just blew his bail. I mean, the third bail by Alexandra Shapiro, it was going to be a long shot, but I was hopeful. I was very hopeful about it, actually. But hearing this, now I'm not very hopeful. I mean, I would say that all hope is lost, you know? I would be shocked now if he got bail. I would be totally shocked. I mean, anything is possible, but now I would be totally shocked because, like, what? You know what I mean? It says here that the government accusations were made in a Manhattan federal court filing late Friday that opposes the music mogul's latest $50 million bail proposal. A bail hearing is scheduled for next week. Okay. It says here prosecutors wrote that a review of recorded jail calls made by Combs shows he asked family members to reach out to potential victims and witnesses and has urged them to create narratives to influence the jury pool. They say he also has encouraged marketing strategies to sway public opinion. Well, it would be interesting to hear what he actually said. I mean, this is somebody's take on what he allegedly said, but what did he actually say? Did he actually say to his family and to his family members, y'all reach out to potential victims and witnesses and urge them to create narratives so that we can influence the jury pool? Did he say that? Or is this somebody else's assessment and summary of what he actually said? Did he actually say that he wants to encourage, I want to encourage marketing strategies to sway public opinion? Did he say that? Or is this somebody else who's saying that he said that based on their own sort of biased way of speaking? I mean, that might make a difference. It might make a difference. But I mean, make no mistake, this looks and sounds really bad for Diddy, you guys. This is bad. The defendant has shown repeatedly, even while in custody, this is the prosecutors, that he will flagrantly and repeatedly flout rules in order to improperly impact the outcome of his case. I mean, look, I can't even argue with that at this point. If he did that, the judge is going to be like, once I let you out of here, what are you going to do? Because if you are in jail and you are doing this in the middle of asking for bail, what will you do when I actually grant you this bail? You see, this is what this does. I think he's done. He's not coming out. The defendant has shown, in other words, that he cannot be trusted to abide by rules and conditions, prosecutors wrote in a submission that contained redactions. Prosecutors wrote that it could be inferred from his behavior that Combs wants to blackmail victims and witnesses into silence or into providing testimony helpful to his defense. Well, I don't have a big problem with Diddy providing testimony helpful to his defense. He has a constitutional right to defend himself, right? And if the narrative that was thrown out there by the prosecutors or whoever released that video of him beating up Cassie in that hotel hallway, right? That narrative was damning. That narrative was lock him up and throw away the key for 300 years, right? Nobody could defend what he did in that video. Nobody, right? Now, I have said that as terrible as that is, however, to me, it does not add up to racketeering sex trafficking and prostitution for whatever they're charging him with. I need more evidence of the actual charges and not the fact that this man is a monster who beats his women. He beats his girlfriend. He beat the mother of his children. He's a wife beater. He's a woman beater. He's a coward. He's a monster. He should be punished for that. But not to conflate domestic violence and other physical assault with racketeering and very serious federal charges. This has always been my beef. My position has never been about defending the indefensible. This man's conduct, what we saw in that video is indefensible. I have said that he should be punished for that. There should be consequences that are appropriate to those acts, right? At the same time, I have always said, and I continue to say, that the fact that somebody's a domestic abuser and a wife beater and a girlfriend beater doesn't mean they're a racketeer without more strong evidence going to that specific crime. That all said, however, this is about the bail, right? And, so I'm sitting here all these weeks trying to figure out, as a defense attorney, I'm not a defense attorney, but I'm trying to think like a defense attorney. What would I do, say, for my client to try to get him out on bail? Because, who wants to be in this situation? Nobody wants to be detained. Nobody wants to be locked up and nobody, not even the worst criminals want to be locked up, right? Especially somebody who has not yet been adjudicated guilty, right? If he can get out, try to get him out. But then he's going to sit there and call people from his jail cell. I mean, I don't have the words. It says here he has pleaded not guilty to charges that he coerced and abused women for years with the aid of a network of associates and employees while silencing victims through blackmail and violence, including kidnapping, arson, and physical beatings. Okay, 2 judges have concluded he's a danger to the community and a flight risk. Okay, so look, I don't know what to say, honestly. I am completely shocked if this is actually true. If this is actually true, I'm completely shocked. I can't believe that his attorneys would not be very, very upset with this, right? Okay, so here's another report. A new filing, this is from Legal Affairs and Trials with Megan Cuniff. A new filing says investigators found notes in the hip-hop mogul's jail cell that indicate he paid a witness. He paid a witness to post a public statement on Instagram about a lawsuit last fall. This doesn't make sense. Last fall. What does that even mean? Last fall. He was only arrested this year. What are you talking about here? It says here, federal prosecutors late Friday said Sean Diddy Combs has tried to evade law enforcement monitoring to corruptly influence witness testimony, corruptly being the operative word here. This is a very important word in racketeering. While jailed on sex trafficking and prostitution charges, including using phone accounts belonging to at least 8 other inmates. WTF. WTF. This man is crazy. He's either crazy or he wants to stay in jail. And I'm sure that his lawyers are very, very pissed off that he did this. Very pissed off because this undermines all their work, right? In their opposition to Combs's renewed bail motion, prosecutors say they have reviewed dozens of jail calls from the hip-hop mogul, including some in which he instructs the people he's calling to add other individuals via 3-way call, which is not authorized by the Bureau of Prisons. Combs also directs others to pay inmates to use their personal access codes for jail phone calls, including through payment processing apps and BOP commissary account deposits, according to the 30-page filing from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York in Manhattan. The defendant knows this is against BOP, Bureau of Prisons, I believe that stands for regulations. At the outset of each telephone call, the inmate is prompted to enter his PAC number, I don't know what it is, after which an automated recording announces sharing of PAC numbers is against BOP, Bureau of Prison Policy, and is subject to disciplinary action. My God. Listen, I mean, what can I say? What can I say, you guys? I can't say anything. I'm not his lawyer. I'm not his attorney. I am not his attorney. Thank God, right? Because if you are going to sit there, I have nothing else to say.